I was literally, I don't
On
know.
the floor screaming, crying, tears just like pouring down your face, like
Like,
because you wanted everybody to hear it because that's how good it is. Yeah. Howdy, Meowers. I'm Toad.
hi, I'm Devin. We're our hosts today.
We
Your
uh,
hosts today.
we're back again. Last week we did part 1 of reviewing Pentagon's music videos. So, like we promised, we are back this week with part 2.
Yes, last week we covered up until Naughty Boy, including Naughty Boy. So if you want to hear us talk about Naughty Boy or any music videos earlier than that, go check out part 1.
Right, and we didn't necessarily talk about every single music video that Pentagon has ever made. Unfortunately, we didn't really heavily cover like the Violet Japanese version music video. There are some that we will not be getting into, like the ones that are unit videos
Oh, right,
necessarily. However, we did cover things like Young, which was pre-debut. So it's just up to us what ones we decided to talk about. And if we didn't cover your favorites, we're really sorry about that. But we're going to be discussing and reviewing the rest or like more of Pentagon's music videos up until their latest, which is PADO. That's what we'll do today.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about the music videos like individually, but also sort of collectively and talking about the through lines that we see and stuff like that. I was talking about this a lot last time, and so I just want to kind of clarify in case it wasn't clear. I wasn't trying to do like some sort of big brain moment or something where I'm like, this is what it all means. I was just like having fun trying to like piece together some of the, you know, not similarities necessarily, but some of the trends that I was seeing going throughout time that they were doing with their music videos. It's not serious.
Right. And, we're kind of doing this because it is Pentagon's 7th anniversary on
Woo!
October 10th. Woo! And so, Stan Pentagon. Just always remember Stan Pentagon.
Stan Pentagon.
So, we're going to continue today with the COSMO video, which is actually a Japanese release.
What were your thoughts, Toad?
Well, my thoughts. Wow. I really love this one. I always have loved this one. Yen on, yen on, yen on.
Yen on, yen on, yen on.
Yawan's dance break is pretty iconic. I really love when, like, I'm getting right into it, okay?
Oh, of course.
I'll say this one was released January 8th, 2019. So after Naughty Boy, this was what they had. And remember, Yenon was not there for the Naughty Boy video, which was really the only bad thing about that.
As we discussed last episode.
Correct. So Yenon was in this video, and that was really iconic too. So I love when Yuto comes down the stairs as he starts his rap part. And I love all of the cosmic elements, like the paint and the water.
Yes.
I really love the paint. And overall, it reminds me of the Like This video.
Yeah, I thought this one was a bit forlorn. It's like they were looking for something. And we hadn't really seen that yet. I mean, we kind of had, but I feel like the other ones were more like, we know what we're wanting and we're running towards it, if it was like, that sort of emotion. But now it's like, I felt a little bit more like, oh, now they're lost. And so I like that. The styling was a little basic for me, but it was fitting. And overall with this music video, I always felt like it was sort of a little bit like in between a performance video and then an actual music video for me. Like, I know a lot of music videos could probably be seen that way, because if you look at the performance version, like, it's like, okay, yeah, a lot of these scenes were already in the music video. I get that. But I just feel like, yeah, I mean, some of their other ones are a lot more like, I think maybe all too because of like the smallness. What would you say? The lack of like outfit changes that they had. It's not that there was a lack, but I feel like they wore the same thing for more of it than I would originally think for some music videos and stuff. I don't know. I can't describe it, but basically this one I just kind of sometimes think, okay, sure, but like their other ones are better. But it's not bad at all. And I like the song. It's it's just like I'd give it like a okay, cool.
Okay. Like when this one came out, I was like really like this was kind of the first Pentagon release that happened when I was actually a Pentagon fan. Ooh. I'm pretty sure if like I remember the timeline. So it kind of made it extra special.
Right, that's always exciting.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about SHA LA LA, which was a Korean comeback, their first Korean comeback after Naughty Boy, and it was released March 27th, 2019. How did you feel?
Bill Nye.
Yes.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. If you love...
Bill Nye Yenon is still funny.
If you love the Bill Nye the Science Guy theme song or like opening song aesthetic... wow, this is the music video for you, because they have that in here. But they do it in such a way that you could almost believe, this is their aesthetic. This isn't Bill Nye. But if you know Bill Nye, well, it's inescapable.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Bill Nye, but it doesn't take away, because I feel like the Bill Nye is cool. And the video and song and everything is about having fun and, partying and stuff. So it's like if it were supposed to be a more serious video, it was supposed to be more like Runaway or Cosmo, where there's like some angst or some forlorn elements. I would be like, okay, you lost me with the Bill Nye heads, that sort of vibe. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't matter that it's there. I think it just adds to it. It's nice. This was also the first time that, well, okay, I don't know if it was the first time, but it was like one of the biggest times where the hairstyling, they were losing me here. I was talking about it last episode where I was saying, that the hairstyling is never like so bad that I'm like, oh God, like what were they doing? But at this point, like overall, I was kind of not really liking the hair very much. So there's that. And then also, I forgot about this, so it kind of takes back what I was just saying about Bill Nye. I do think a little bit that the music video cheapens the song. Just a little bit. Like, I feel like I like the song. Like, I think the song is a little bit more high caliber if I don't see the music video with it. But when I see the music video with it, I think it's a little less serious, like a little bit more like, I don't know, cheap. But I do like it. Trust me, guys, there's so many good things that I have to say about the ones coming up. Please don't click away. Do not click away. I stand Pentagon. Please. It just so happens that we started with two of my like kind of least favorite ones. I say it that way because Cosmo isn't really like a least favorite, but SHA LA LA is probably one of the ones that I think the most from Pentagon that is like a later music video that I think like I don't really care about the music video, but then they start it's like yes, like they start to be so good. So just hold on please. But Toad also, maybe you have some things to say that can distract them from what I've said.
Well, are you done?
Yeah. I'm done. Done making a fool of myself.
Well, okay. I just think that like I'm kind of surprised a little by what you're saying.
I am too.
I think that the video is like, I get what you're saying, that it's kind of like cheapish in a way, but like I think it is the vibe. Like I think that the video adds to the vibe. I don't think it takes away from it.
See, that's what I was first saying with Bill Nye. like, the fact that it's like that, I was like, it's adding to it. But then I had written in my notes that I had thought that the music video cheapened the song, and I do remember thinking that. So now I'm conflicted. I don't know which way to go.
Like, I think the Bill Nye part is weird, but it's funny because it's so Bill Nye.
Right.
But I think the rest of it, okay, well, I don't really like the beginning part with like the piano and like just like the white background, because I don't care for the way that looks, and it doesn't really blend with the rest of the aesthetics.
Yeah, it doesn't really tie in very well.
So I don't really like that part, but I like the vibe of the other part, and like I think that it's very fitting for the song, and that it like they're all bringing the vibe up and having fun, which is like what the song is about.
No, definitely.
So I don't really like.
I think it's mainly like the editing, like the the visual effects, is what I was thinking. Is like I think it's fun, and I think it's fitting, but at the same time it's like kind of, because it's so old-timey looking, that it maybe that is what I'm thinking of, is like cheapening it, because it's like seriously like a professional people made this, because it's like it could have been made in the 90s sort of look.
I just like, that's just what they were going for.
I know, that's
like, I don't know.
That's why I said I was making a fool of myself.
Okay, well, anyway, I also think, like, I think the styling overall is bad for the video, but the like hair, Yenon's rainbow hair.
Oh no, I like Yenon's hair.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, I don't really care about the rest of the styling or the hair, but Yenon's rainbow hair was given to us, and that's iconic.
Yes, that's the best version of rainbow hair I think I've ever seen pulled off in K-pop.
Oh wow, yeah, probably.
I'll say it.
Okay, so other things, like, it's like unfortunate that Kino couldn't be in the choreography, but I like the things that they had him do since he couldn't dance. Like, he's just chilling in the moon in the back, and like he's in the back of the cart and in like the little bubbles that appear on screen. So like, it's actually pretty cool knowing that the person in the back in the moon is Kino.
Yeah, I really like the way that it looks with him in the moon like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they were planning on having that set and not have someone in it, like not having someone sit there, but it looks so good, like the way that they did it.
Yeah. So like, overall, I think I like the way like the majority looks. There's definitely parts that I don't like I said, the white part and the Bill Nye. I don't like the way that those look, but the majority of it I do.
Everyone just think of what I said and just think like she doesn't really know what she wants to say.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll know what to say about their next release, Humph, which was on July 17th, 2019.
Do you want me to start?
That
was a nice segue, but I did start last time, so I don't want to take it from you.
Okay, I will go first then. So, I don't know what people's problem is. Pentagon is always delivering, to just get that out of the way. They're always delivering, so I like this video. It's good. But people say that they want fun concepts, they want bright concepts. Pentagon is doing that. Pentagon is giving them that. They gave them Shine, everybody loved it. Then they gave them Naughty Boy, everybody hated it. Maybe they didn't hate it, but they didn't appreciate it for what it was. And then after SHA LA LA, which SHA LA LA was fun, it wasn't bright, but it was fun, and people ignored that one. And then they gave Humph, which was bright and fun, and I feel like even the fans don't appreciate this one. But guess what? I do, because it's very fun, and it's very funny, and it fits perfectly with the lyrics, but unfortunately, there is no Yenon in the video.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, like,
don't
come
be fooled.
on. If, like, I don't really know why I feel like people didn't like this one's, even the fans, because, like, literally everything I just said, like, I think that the video really is, like, the best that they could have done for the song. Like, it fits so well.
No, I agree.
I just feel like people don't like this one. But if you are a Humph enjoyer, leave a comment and say that you appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll leave a comment and say that I appreciate it.
So how do you feel about this video?
Well, I thought that this video was really funny. I think although it is like the most set-like music video that they have, I think, like, it really looks the most like it's not a real school, you know? It's not a real baseball field. Like, it has, you know, no attempts were made to be realistic. Like, it looks like a set. That's the point. I just think it's perfect. Like you said, it's so funny. They did a great job. Like, at first, I thought that the song was a little bit, this probably isn't the way that other people would normally use this word, but I thought it was a little bit understated. You know, it was like I had heard Shine and Naughty Boy as like light and bright songs that they had, and it was like, wow, oh yeah, and then Humph this sort of like doo 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 doo. You know, it seems like a little bit like less, but it's so iconic, and it's just, they do such a good job. There's a classic, good, great, fantastic prop moment that they have with the couch. I love the way that they utilize the couch at the beginning with the music. It's so great. The dance, iconic. Like, you know, it's all very, like, once again, set like I don't know how to describe the dance in a way that would make sense, because set like doesn't make sense for a dance. But, you know, the movements for the main dance is very, like, you know, strict, like
a step, like,
yeah.
Basic, like, it's like, yeah.
We have set like and step like. But it's like, it goes. It's perfect. That's what it needed to be. And the music video, yeah, like, it's just so funny, and they do such a great job, like, acting it. Their facial expressions are so great. I laugh every single time at the part at the end with Roni hovering above the ground. Oh, and by the way, we do have some nicknames for a couple of people in Pentagon. We talked about it last episode. Use context clues,
right,
to figure out who we're talking about, and then agree with the fact that our nicknames are perfect for them. The only thing really that gets me about this music video that I sort of, you know, am a bit bothered by is, of course, you know, no offense to Yawon, but Yawon mouthing the lines of Yenon's voice. I'm so glad that they have Yenon's voice in the music video, even though he couldn't be there. But just don't have anyone mouth his lines. Like, just have his voice be there. Because people that don't know Pentagon are going to be like, oh, that boy sings those lines, and he just doesn't.
Yeah, that is so weird to me every time. Like, I just don't know why they did that, because, yeah, if you don't know Pentagon, you're going to think, like, that Yenon's voice belongs to somebody else, and, like, Yenon's not even in the music video.
Yeah. So I don't like that. That's weird. But the rest, love it. I love Tony's hair. I love the part when he's taking Kino's hand off of his shoulder. Like, it's just so great. It's so funny. It's so good.
Yeah, and the club.
Yeah,
like,
the short club.
Yeah, and, like, the whole, like, Hui and Roni's acting, like, that's good. And we have actually a little bit of the Kino Yawon feuding, like, in Pretty Pretty. That's going on in the back. Like, it really works well.
It does.
With the whole concept is really tied nicely together.
Yes, I love it. And the song is iconic.
Yeah. So, Humph enjoyers, once again, be sure to leave a comment. We're now going on to the SHA LA LA Japanese music video.
Yes.
Okay, so I believe this video was released on July 26th. So remember, Humph was released on the 17th. And now we've got SHA LA LA Japanese. How did you feel about the Japanese version?
I liked it.
Okay.
It's, once again, got a fun party vibe, but like they went more party with this one.
Yeah.
And less 90s graphics. Um, and so I like it a lot. I think it's fun. The aesthetics are nice. Usually with Japanese music videos, I think the aesthetics are nice and fun and everything's great. Like that's just usually the way that people do Japanese music videos. They just make them be like fun and colorful and cool. And so I usually like them, and I like this one too. And I liked how at the very end they show the picture on the wall or wherever of the tree that we then see in Happiness. So, well, like the picture of the tree.
Yes.
That was a cool little through line that I forgot about and or never noticed. I surely had noticed it before at some point, but I don't watch the SHA LA LA Japanese music video that often, so I don't remember.
Yes, I agree. I like the reference to what we will see in the Happiness video, which we will be talking about next. But I like the SHA LA LA video. Like, I like both the Korean and Japanese versions. I think that the Japanese version is like really cool and fun and vibey, which is the same as the Korean version, but it's in a different way. I like how they have so much fun dancing. Like, you know, it's like interesting how similar the general direction is to the Korean version, but it's very different at the same time. I remember when they blocked the location to Japan, like only or something like that. You could only watch it if you were in Japan for like a month at least. So I couldn't watch it for like forever. So that was pretty annoying because it was good. But like I like the days of the week part, when they do that. That's funny. Hui's hat look, I do think is pretty iconic, but the styling overall is a choice. I don't really know how I feel about the styling, just like the Korean version. And Kino and Yenon are very standout to me. I think their parts are really well done.
Okay.
That's how I feel about that. It's good. I like it. So now let's talk about Happiness, which is they have a Korean version of the song now, but it was first released in Japanese, and so the music video is for the Japanese version of the song, which was released on August 13th of 2019. And, you know, maybe they didn't block the SHA LA LA Japanese video for as long as I said location-wise, but I feel like I didn't even personally see it until after I saw the Happiness video.
I feel like it was a really long time.
Yeah, it felt like a really long time. So, should I share my thoughts? Okay. I like the beach scenes. I do. I think that they're fun. I think that it seems like Pentagon is having fun. Well, it seems like they're having fun throughout the whole thing, but the beach scenes are really nice. However, I honestly don't really care for the other scenes. Like, I don't enjoy the Happiness video.
I'm gonna clip that.
No, I don't enjoy the Happiness video a whole lot. It's not my favorite. I don't really like the coloration at the beginning, and I'm not a fan of the sets. Like, I don't like the locations really. So I'm sorry, but this one's not really my favorite, other than like I keep saying, I enjoy the beach scenes. But Hui and Yenon, I think, look really nice. Like, they're like styled really well. And again, it's good to see Yenon. And I love the dance. It's fun. But like, I really don't like the location where they're dancing in front of that building. Like, since those are like the dance parts, but it's in that location, kind of throws me off a little bit. But overall, I appreciate how fun it is.
Okay. I feel like to a degree, I want to like recheck kind of to see like a little more of what you're talking about in terms of the scenes, because I kind of just think of most of it as being beach scenes. So I don't really know how much else there is. Like, I know there's the office stuff, but yeah, I really like this one, and I like the beach concept. Like, You said you didn't like the coloration, but like I don't know if you're talking like
Yeah, like there's so much saturation and stuff at the beginning.
Okay. Cuz I'm like thinking of the beach scenes. Like whenever I think of this video, I just think of like I don't know, the beach scenes, I guess. And I think the coloration is really nice there.
Yeah, I like the coloration there.
The coloration of like the tans and blues, like I really like it. And I like how the beach scenes, like the office part, I guess, seems kind of like fake and like set like a little bit. But the beach parts seem like I like how natural it seems. Like it doesn't look like fake paradise type beach scenes, which I mean sometimes it's not fake. Like some beaches just really do look that much like, you know, paradise. But like we're thinking like Twice alcohol free, you know, or like Twice dance the night away. Like, you know, when it's like tropical beach paradise vibe for like a beach music video. I like that this is just more like it's just they're going to the beach. Like I feel like it's more authentic of like a beach vibe, and I like that a lot. And I don't know, I do really like this music video. I think it's really fun and I like the way it looks. But I also kind of have another thing I would say about it, but I guess it's something I would say about it that's in relation to a different video, so I'll wait until we talk about the other video.
Okay. Let's talk about Dr. BeBe then, which was their next Korean comeback, and it was released on February 11th, 2020.
Yes. Now, wow. Okay, so Toad, why don't you go ahead?
Okay. So this is really good.
Oh my god, that's the exact first thing that I have written down. Really
isn't
good.
It? Like it's really good. Like it really proved their versatility, I think. Like, okay, people were complaining that they only do bright concepts now because Shine was successful. Right. And that's not even true because like SHA LA LA wasn't really a bright concept.
Right.
But when Pentagon delivered this like dark masterpiece, everybody slept on it.
Exactly.
Like where were the people? I don't know.
Exactly.
Like it's just, you know, it's really good. It was something different for Pentagon and they really pulled it off. I do wish that the end part with the white would have been carried through in the next video, but that didn't happen.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't really know like why, because it really seemed like it was supposed to.
Like, yeah, it looks like they're like lining up, you know?
Yeah, like so I thought it was gonna be this like really cool, interesting through line, but that didn't happen, so that's kind of just weird. But like, yeah, it is really good. Deserved a win for sure.
Absolutely.
As did many of Pentagon's songs before they actually got one. But it didn't get a win, and there's no Yenon, which is sad. But also, like, the last thing I guess that I really would like to highlight about this is Roni. He's really delivering, like, the madman sort of concept. Like, his acting was really, really good.
Yeah, it was. Okay, yes. So, as we've established, really good.
Yeah.
This is the darkest that we've seen from Pentagon so far, and they killed it. Literally and figuratively. They did such a good job. When I first saw this, I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. I think literally like my jaw dropped. It was that good. I was like, this is crazy that they did this good a job. And they were crazy. Like, so if we try to bring my through line in a little bit that I was talking about last time, it doesn't really, you know, like I said, it's not that serious. So it doesn't really like have, you know, a through line. But sometimes I like to try and see how a song's like half of a meaning of a song can be relevant to like the members and what they're going through. Like, I feel like there's another instance of that where it's like, well, in general, the song is about, you know, love, and this this person is sad and they're heartbroken. But like if you just think about the chorus lines and this like phrase that they keep repeating, it sounds like, you know, they're mad at how unfair they've been treated by the world right now. That sort of thing. Like, so like with this Dr. BeBe one, like in general, I know this isn't the vibe, but because of the aspect of the song about sort of like, you know, losing their minds and like going crazy, I feel like it's a bit of a reflection of they've been, you know, I was talking about them being underdogs and them like being losers and trying and stuff like that. And now it's like they're so over it, you know, that they're going mad. Like it's at the point where they're like, we can't keep doing this, we can't take this anymore, like you guys are pushing us to insanity because of how much we keep trying to like please everyone, and just no matter what we do, no one's happy.
Yeah, that's definitely how it feels as like a fan. Like, come on, like, come on.
Yeah, so I like that, and that's sort of my little through line for there. But overall, I love the rock and roll sort of, you know, influencing. I just think they did a great job. I think their acting, once again, is super great. The styling, it was perfect. It was great, guys. It was great. Sometimes, I don't know, there are some groups that I feel like sometimes when a mood needs to be delivered through like some acting elements, it seems a little too, you know, like stage acting to me. Like it seems a little too like I am an idol and I'm making a facial expression.
Yeah.
Like I often call it like Boys Planet nowadays is what I call it, when the person is trying too hard to like sell you a certain vibe or emotion. Sometimes I get that when it's like supposed to have like a little bit of acting involved, but with Pentagon it always just feels, I mean, it does feel that way with Humph, but it's supposed to.
Right.
But but with other things with Pentagon, it always just feels very like, you know, they really are feeling that. Like it's quote unquote real acting. Not that the other stuff is not real. The other stuff is probably meant to be that way, but like it's meant to be more of a music video type of emotion. But I didn't get that with this one. I got like, you know, just those are scenes of like people really losing their minds.
Yeah. So overall, Dr. BeBe is a really good video, and if you haven't checked it out, go do that now. Now we're going to actually be talking about a special video that was released on June 29th, and that is called Basquiat. And this video has a bit of background, and they released it because they performed it as their final song that like they made especially for the competition show Road to Kingdom. And if you don't know anything about that, it's basically another Mnet competition survival program. And so Pentagon were on that, and this was the song that they created for the finale. And they didn't win. But that's kind of like relevant to the video and the story. And the message that they put, which is, I make and put on the crown myself, which iconic.
Wow.
Yeah, so true. If nobody else is going to do it for them, then they'll do it themselves. That's the point we've gotten to. There's just so much like, you know, history that you kind of need. You don't really like need it, but it makes it really emotionally intense and like significant when you know Pentagon's background and all the through lines you've been talking about, the underdog, the kind of like, you know, Dr. BeBe, possible double meaning and everything. So this song specifically is like, you kind of feel like they're done, but also they're not giving up because they're just going to, you know, put the crown on themselves.
Right.
So I would like to know, before I start talking about the actual video, I'd like to know your thoughts.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
okay. I put really good for this one as well because it is really good. Very cinematic, but just and rock once again, like rock and roll sort of
Right.
vibes. So the sound overall, of course, I just was really vibing with once again, just like with Dr. BeBe. I was like, okay, this is awesome that they're going with this sort of sound vibe now. Like I'm feeling this. They're doing such a good job at this genre. And yeah, total like underdog vibe again, but with so much relevancy to this. So Basquiat is like he was an artist, right?
Right.
And he had a crown as his sort of like symbol or logo or whatever. And they did that for wow, why is that funny?
Or whatever.
Well, I don't know enough about it to say confidently. But they did this on Road to Kingdom, which is all about getting the crown. Like that was the whole vibe of the show. Get the crown, get the crown. And so they found this artist that had this perfect like symbol and message to go with them. And I'm like, how did you even find that? Like, it's perfect. And so, yeah, they're locked up, they've been chained, they've been imprisoned. It's like, oh, we'll never be free, we'll never succeed. But then they fight from that, and then they put the crown on themselves, and there's so much emotion, and it's so powerful, it's so hard hitting. They do such a good job. And to think that probably other people and stuff, but like we made this song in like this amount of time for the show, and it's that perfect. Like, yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree. It's really good. Pentagon is now delivering feature films, yet where was everyone? Once again, I'm asking, where was everyone?
Sleeping.
Okay, let me get it out of the way. No Yenon or Jinho.
Yeah.
But okay, it's too good almost. It's kind of like, this is like Pentagon, they're doing it again, and it really it really burns me up.
I was just because it starts to make you angry, starts to burn you up, doesn't it?
It really gets me going. Like, they were fuming. They were done. They weren't holding back anymore. I feel like Hui was really not holding back anymore. I mean, we had Dr. BeBe, and then on Road to Kingdom for a minute, they had the, very good cover, and like they weren't holding back with that.
That was also fire.
Yeah, and then they did this, and it's like, okay, we're here with you, but if nobody else is, that's okay, apparently. But this is the point where I feel like he started going even harder and fuller force, like with like their style and like sound, and also just like their goal.
Yeah.
And so that's like, this whole arc is probably what led us to Boys Planet. But like, yeah, this video was really good, and I'm glad that they actually did something other than the Road to Kingdom performance.
Yeah.
Because it is really good. And I really like the lights on part.
Yeah.
When the chains like turn red. That's really great. And so yeah, it's where's Shinwon's acting debut? Like, come on. Like, he was really delivering in that. And he's actually delivering quite a lot in their music videos. Yeah. And so I'm just pretty surprised that he hasn't really had many like acting roles. But Road to Kingdom was a whole thing, and they were delivering every week, and they were doing it all themselves, and just like, I can put on the crown myself. Yeah, that's a great message. Love that. Stan Pentagon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to Daisy. Woohoo. Daisy, our queen. Daisy, first win song. Here we go.
I'm Daisy.
How do you enjoy Daisy? Because I know you enjoy it, but how?
Just every day, every way, in my heart, in my soul, in my entire being. That's
Okay.
how. Daisy is, so for Dr. BeBe, if this gives you any context, you just heard how we talked about Dr. BeBe and Basquiat. And I told you that I had written in my notes really good. Okay? But I sounded like that when I talked about them. With Daisy, the first word I have here is amazing. This is the song that I would say over any other song or music video in all of K-pop. If you do not know or like K-pop, I still think you should give this song a listen. It's incredible. I like, and this isn't even, like these songs that have this rock sort of influence, it's not necessarily my favorite genre of song in the whole world, but they're done so well that it's like indisputable, like it's that good without it even being your favorite genre.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's amazing. It's got the rock vibes again. The song is, I feel like it's just incredible. It's such a good song.
It really is.
This also, when I heard this one, my jaw dropped. I was literally, I don't know,
on the floor, screaming, crying, tears just like pouring down your face, like because you wanted everybody to hear it because that's how good it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know why I would still be so surprised, but I was so surprised like that they made something that good, just because I was like, how does anyone make something this good? And yeah, like the guitar part at the end, Yenon's line, oh my god, Hui, like all of them. It's Roni's rap at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. But then also the music video. I love the music video. It's got so many emotions. I literally wrote Yenon, Tony, Roni, Yuto. They're just all delivering so hard. It's so good. And I love the color scenes, like how each different person's scene has like a different color tone, and you could almost kind of like connect those colors and those scenes to different emotions, because then at the end they're talking about colors and emotions, and then the white and the daisy, and so it's just brilliant and genius. And also I like how at the end it ends with each person, because they're all like individual, everyone has their own individual scenes, and at the end they are all like curled up in the fetal position at the end. And like, because it's like saying that if the emotions, I don't remember, it's a big long quote that they put up at the end, but something about how like if you experienced all the emotions, it would be like, super overwhelming, painful, blah blah blah, but then when they're all combined, it's the pure daisy or something. So like, they were each feeling the emotion individually, so they're curled up in the fetal position because it's like too much to bear the one emotion on its own. But if they had all combined, then maybe they wouldn't have felt that way. I don't know. I think it's brilliant and lovely, and I think anyone should listen to it. Anyone.
Okay. Well, you've said it all already.
Oh, God.
I mean, you said everything. I'll say it's maybe my favorite Pentagon video.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good. There are still, like, there's so many good ones to come, though. And I already had some that I really enjoy. But, like, maybe this one is my favorite. If somebody asked me, I'd direct them to this one. Like you're saying, everybody should listen to it. Everybody should see the video. Like, it holds a special place in my heart, obviously. But it's also just really good.
Yeah.
Like, there's no Jinho, which is sad. Yeah. Especially considering it's their first win song. But it has Yenon. So, yeah, that's always a good bonus. I'd like to shout out Shinmon and Roni. Like, really, really delivering. Really, really performing. That opening scene with Roni, yeah, that's when I knew, like, history was made with that right there. I love the color symbolism and the color aesthetic like you talked about. It's, like, yeah, really nice. It's just a really, really good video. It's a great song. It's really flawless. You should definitely pause and read that message at the end. It's worth it. Like, it is a big paragraph, but read it, and like, even you should even listen to the lyrics of the song. And you know, the chorus part of the song near the end when they're all dancing together, and like, and they've got the white and like the colors, and but then it's the white, you know, man,
Exactly.
it's good. It's good. It's good. So, yeah. And that was released on October 12th, 2020. So that's 2 days after their anniversary. And then just like a short while after is when they got their first win. So it's kind of like, you know, after all of the, you know, Dr. BeBe, Basquiat, sort of like harsh, fighting songs, we've got Daisy. And Daisy itself is so symbolic for Pentagon. Oh man, it's iconic. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go to Do or Not, because that's their next video. And it was released on March 15th, 2021.
I feel like that's like a decade away from Daisy.
Yeah, it also feels like so long ago, because I mean, at this point it was, but it's like one of their most recent videos at the same time. So, yeah. I'll talk about this one, I guess.
Yes, I've stolen the thunder too many times.
I think this one's really fun. We're back to like, you know, okay, we can put the like heavy emotions aside for a minute and just like get back to something really fun. We've got, okay, wait. I just have to say about Daisy the song.
Oh, yes.
Because you brought it up and you already talked about it, but like I do want to just add in that I apparently really enjoy like K-pop with rock influence songs, because Daisy has that, like you said, and it's really good.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give other example. I thought you were like, because I really like.
And I'm going to say, because Do or Not is like Pentagon, you know? So like they have that. However, I do wish it was either more Pentagon or like more anime sounding, or like both at once, given the like album concept that they went with, which was really cool. And I loved how they did that. Like they had like, it looked like comic style, like manhwa, manga type aesthetic and everything. Like they had literally like drawn versions of themselves. And so just I really enjoy Do or Not. I like Tony and Yanon's parts of the video, and I love the energy, but I actually think with Do or Not, I prefer, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think I prefer watching the stages, just because you get even more of that energy, and like I enjoy the interactions that they have on stage, and like I think that it's like I like the video, but I just prefer the stages.
Okay.
So yeah.
I don't know if I feel that way. Like I feel like it's probably just whether I'd want to watch a stage or whether I'd want to watch a music video. But yes, this one is also really good, really fun. They like you said, they've toned down the emotional sort of like rage that they had building, but that doesn't make it any less impactful or good in terms of Pentagon. I still, when I saw this one, was like, wow, oh my god, once again, so great. I love it. Amazing, beautiful, wonderful. And I like, you know, now we're really, you know how I said last episode, you know, part 1 of this, I was telling everyone to bear with me with the through line. It would be easier to talk about the through line once we got towards the ends of it. And now we can finally start pulling things together here, because we had the like loser concept, underdog concept with some earlier songs. And then we had the you know, them really like losing their minds over it and going crazy and fighting and saying we're going to put the crown on ourselves. And then, you know, they got to win with Daisy, but at this point with Do or Not, now they're saying, hey, you know, pick us or don't pick us, you know? We're losers. Like, if we're losers, if you're going to keep saying that we lose, you know, you didn't pick us, we're fine with that. We're going to be happy and we're going to dance and we're going to do our thing. And so they fully like wrap up, you know, they wrap up their through line perfectly. They're like, okay, you know, we got a win, but still, if people are still going to like not be, you know, saying that we're good in the industry, you know, we're still not going to be getting our what's due to us. Whatever. We're still doing what we're doing and we're having a good time. And I'm like, yeah, you are still being amazing. So yeah, I just like that about it. And I love Yenon's part with the part when he has the headphone. I don't remember it right now, but I love that part.
Yeah.
I think Kino, it just really is delivering at the beginning of the music video. Like when it starts, you know, like the first person to like get up off the couch and like go is Kino. And I was just like, oh my God, like, wow, he's really like delivering right now. And it just sort of right away, you know, right away it gets you, pulls you in. Yeah, I think it's so fun. I think the vibes are there. I love this one.
Yeah, I was surprised. Well, okay, like, I was surprised it didn't get a win.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is it ridiculous? Is like, hello, they won with Daisy, so can they just keep winning now because they keep making great stuff, but they didn't. And so, you know, it's like Pentagon knew that was going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, whatever.
But like, I'm glad that, like, you know, it's always seemed like they've just been doing, like, maybe they were like trying to be like, well, okay, people really like Shine, so we're going to do some bright stuff. But then it's like they were making dark stuff too and trying to see like, okay, well, are people going to like this? And it's like, who knows? But then it's like, we're just going to do what we want. Right. Like, if we want to make this fun, bright song, we're going to do that. If we want to try something darker, we're going to do it. And that's like, I feel like Do or Not was kind of just like, you know, I don't care if you do or not.
Yeah, like they're like relieving themselves of the emotional burden.
Yeah. It's interesting how it can like, yeah, kind of have like that meaning for like their story as well, and not just like the story of the song.
Right, yeah, that's like what I was talking about with Dr. BeBe too. Yeah. Like, I like to see when, like, yeah, this story is about this girl, but like they also kind of wrote it to be like to the world.
Very neat. I just Stan Pentagon, everyone. Like, come on.
You're missing out on a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's actually already time for their last Korean music video.
Oh gosh.
Like, you know, up until this point. So it was actually released January 24th. Ready? 2022. I know. Goodness. That's how long ago it was. So, would you like to talk about this one, or should I?
I can talk about it first.
Okay.
Don't worry, I don't have as much to say this time. I think that this one, song-wise, it was one of those ones that was like Humph, where at first I kind of thought, okay, like, it's a little understated, but it's actually not, and it is a vibe and a bop, and the concept is different. Like, not the concept, the genre, I guess. Like, the genre I feel like is different and fresh and new for them, and or for K-pop. I don't really know what the genre is. I don't know much about music, but but it felt different to me, but I liked it and I thought they did a really good job. The aesthetics weren't necessarily exactly my favorite, but I think that they totally served for the concept. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. Is like, I still just think the song is super fun, and I think that their execution was really strong and really, like, they did a really good job. I just would say the slightest bit, like, aesthetically, it wasn't exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, So this Feelin Like did not have Hui. But, Yeon was there. Jinho was back. So those were great things about it. And it got them their second win, which is also great. I couldn't believe that people didn't like this one. Like, fans, Universe, apparently, I found out, didn't really care about this one.
That's
and
crazy.
I honestly feel like the only reason some people must not like it is just because the members actually didn't, like, make this one. And, like, Pentagon makes all their music, basically. But, like, they didn't make this title track, I guess. So, like, I kind of feel like people are just being like, oh, I don't like Feelin Like because they didn't make it.
That's dumb.
But, like, it's so boppy.
Yeah.
And it has so many iconic parts. And, like, they're trying something new.
Exactly.
And they're proving their versatility yet again.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think that it's great. It is a bit short, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does feel that way.
And I think that the styling overall is good. Some of the looks I don't really like, but I do think it, like, fits with the aesthetic.
Yeah.
So it's, like, good. And, like, I really like the glasses looks. Those are really nice. And the Yeon Hongsuk part is iconic. It's really one for the history books. Like, yeah. So I like Feelin Like. It's good.
Yeah, me too. Everyone else that doesn't is a fake fan. No, you cannot really like it that much, but you should not support it. If you support Pentagon, then you should support their songs, their music. Just saying.
Okay, well,
unless it was like bad, like
right,
morally or something.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to have preferences. If you don't like it just because you don't like it, well, whatever then. It's time, though, for the last video that we're talking about today, and it's their most recent music video release, and that is PADO Wave to Me, which is released on August 29th of 2023. So we actually did already talk about it a bit in our August comeback video, like our August K-pop comebacks.
Surely.
That must have been when we talked about it. So if you want to hear, like, more thoughts, or we didn't have long to talk about the album, but we did share some thoughts over in that episode. So, yes, PADO, it's cool, it's pretty, and it's fun. I think they look like they're having a good time, and it's nice to see Pentagon vibing together, but I still miss Yeon.
Exactly.
Like, it's almost like we got vacation content, but not really.
Oh, yeah.
And I love how pretty the sky is, like, with the waves. Those scenes are just really nice. And I thought Tony looked really nice, and it was good to see him there. And, like, I really, like I said, I just really wish Yeon was there too. But there were a lot of moments that were really timed with the music, which were, like, funny. And, like, or, like, they were funny sometimes, but then the other times it was like, oh, that, like there's a part with the car, or, like, a truck, whatever vehicle or is moving along with the music.
Ooh.
And I think it fits really well, and I feel like that's not something I actually notice that often. Like, it seems weird because it's like, yeah, that's what you'd want to do for a music video, right? Is time it with the song. But this video I really noticed it for. So yeah, I like it, and it was nice to get a release that was this style.
Yeah, like, we can't exactly talk about it the way we've talked about all of the most recent previous ones that we did. Like, it's not that sort of production that's going on with it. It's a bit more casual, but yeah, and we already did talk about it before, so I won't, repeat myself too much, but I did say previously that I really liked it and it was fun, and I really liked the coloring that it sort of had to it. I felt like it really added to the feeling of summer. Like, I could feel the heat, and I could feel the, like, the want for a refreshing wave and those sorts of things. And so what I'll say to add to that now is that remember I had said I wanted to say a little more about happiness. I noticed that the two videos kind of have a similar coloring, like a similar focus towards like tan and blue, which I know people would think, of course, if it's a beach, it's gonna have that. But there's a lot of it's a different tan and blue. First of all, it's like sepia, or however you say that word, tan sort of color, and it's like a deeper blue versus bright sky blue sort of coming through. And like usually those beach concepts can have, like I said before with the tropical paradise, a lot of vibrant green, but I feel like these ones have more of like it's like an Instagram filter level of coloration happening, not to that degree, but it's more of a hazy tan and blue color vibe than it is a crisp, like you're watching High School Musical 2 sort of color vibe. And I like that feeling, and I like that they had it for both of their like beachy, summery songs. I think that was nice.
See, yeah, that's how the beginning of the happiness video to me is like watching High School Musical 2.
Oh yeah,
but like
that could be a bit much.
Yeah, like the beach scenes though. Yeah, they have this like softer almost sort of coloration, which is nice. So yeah, I guess that's it, right?
Yeah, that's all we've got so far. You know, Pentagon come out with another music video.
Yeah, Stan Pentagon, so that they will release so many more music videos forever.
Yes.
Because we need them to be delivering us really great, iconic masterpieces all the time.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, if you enjoyed us reviewing and discussing and sharing our thoughts on Pentagon's music videos from pre-debut until now, you can go ahead and like this video on YouTube. And you can also subscribe to the BlushCat channel on YouTube and turn on notifications. And you can subscribe to or follow the BlushCat podcast on Spotify or wherever else you are listening to your podcasts. And if you want to also go ahead and use our short link that is in the description, you can follow BlushCat's Spotify profile and check out all of our lovely K-pop playlists that we have that feature a lot of Pentagon songs. So if you love Pentagon and if you stan Pentagon like you should be doing, you're gonna hear some Pentagon songs in those playlists. Again, if you missed last week's episode, that was part 1 of reviewing the music videos. So we did up until Naughty Boy in that video. So if you're a little confused, you probably missed out on last week's episode. And so that's where you can hear our thoughts on most of their other music videos. So go check that out if you haven't already.
You can see the beautiful progression that they have made, at least for us personally, of going from like, okay, yeah, sure, music video, oh my god, this one's good, wait, that one's even better, oh my god, this is great, fantastic, lovely, amazing. And so it's not like, oh, they had a good music video, or like, oh, they were getting really good, but then they kind of fell off. No, like you can see the progression that Pentagon has only been getting better and better and better, and so it's not too late to start standing, you know? It's not too late.
Overall, about Pentagon's music videos, something that I noticed other than the fact that they're iconic, they're always trying something different and new, and or like they're not afraid to try something different and new, and they're always acting really well, they are always performing really well, all that stuff. Something random that I noticed about Pentagon music videos, watching them all in a row like that, they have a lot of warehouses.
Oh.
Or like warehouse style aesthetic.
I wonder if it's cheap to get warehouses. Yeah, I feel like, you know, most most K-pop groups end up having a warehouse at some point. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I guess they do have quite a few.
Yeah. So anyway, you can go ahead and leave a comment and tell us what your favorite Pentagon music video is out of the ones that we talked about today. And, you know, comment if you stan Pentagon. if you're a Universe, let us know, please. And, you know, we love to hear people supporting Pentagon.
Yes. And there's stuff, it's got a lot of substance, okay, guys? It's got a lot of substance. So if that's what you're missing out on, Pentagon.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. This has been Toad.
And me. Bye.
Meow, 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 meow.